Greetings, it is I, Big Banana, here for a proper video, a proper brewing video. So I've got this, which is a Dubbel. So this is my Christmas beer. It's not Christmas, it's like near the end of February. So yeah, we've kind of messed up the timings on that. So yeah, this wasn't any recipe I was going with. This was just kind of stuff that I'd been trying to put together for a while beforehand, using stuff I bought and stuff that I had in stock. Most of it's stuff I had in stock. See nothing wrong with the carbonation. Do you remember the bottling video for this? Wow, that was some fun that night, wasn't it? Really clear, look at that, wow. So just while we're on bottling, all the bottles have been pretty much spot on apart from one, which was kind of low carbonation. It was still carbonated, but it was kind of on the low side. But all of them seemed to be good. Even that one that I thought was a bomb that time, I drank that fairly quickly and it was quite fizzy, yes. But I did drink it pretty quickly, as I said. So all the beers in the house for 2 weeks, and then straight back in here. As soon as the bottles started getting hard, left them in for another day or two, and then straight back out here. And they've been in here ever since. So it's like between cellar temperature and about 3 degrees. So not too bad at all. Good for conditioning, which, you know, there's your conditioning there in action. Nice and clear. Okay, so what's in this? So this is 3 kilos. Okay, let's go with the percentages because it depends because it's a 16 litre batch. It was a small batch. 63% pale malt, minch malt. That's the Irish minch malt. Now, I have a sack of Belgian Pilsner, and I had a sack before that sack when I was brewing this, so I don't know why I didn't use that, because that would be more authentic, right? So pale malt, 15 near 16% of red X in there, so probably that was to use it up and to give it the colour, which you seen there was fantastic. There's 8.4% dark candy sugar, 8.4% Chateau Wheat Blanc, and 4.2% Special B. I've not had a good history with this beer. I really wanted to do it. I like doubles. I don't drink them all the time. And it's something that it's always bothered me. Like in New England IPA, it's always bothered me that I can't brew one. So this is my attempt to do it. I'm not a massive fan of the really spicy character. Them phenols and the really heavy raisin flavours that you get from the malt, Special B especially. So I was trying to keep them low and then keep the temperatures, the fermentation temperatures in check, so that the yeast won't give off, won't go crazy. So it'll still have the Belgian Trappist character in there, but it won't be just, you know, won't be insane. 1 o'clock here today, and I have this HLT plugged into that. That basically knocks itself off if it goes too high, the power goes too high. Kind of forgot that. Then I came out here about 10 minutes ago to do it, and it was off, sitting at 20 degrees. To be fair now, there's only like 7 or 8 litres in there, so when I turned it on, it was done pretty much the same time as this is done, so that was good. So say I'm on the clock, but you know, clearly. Oh, whoa! Squirting out the sides there. It's weird. That's not done that before. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff in there. Quite a lot of water in that. Hope this isn't going to be a stuck sparge. Really hope not. Doesn't normally look like that. So possibly I had the pump on too high, I'm not sure, but we'll find out very soon. Of course, the day I'm in a rush is the day we'll get a stuck sparge. Get that down, nope, right the first time. There's our pizza tray. Covered in foil. That sounds like it's going very slow. This is gonna be a stock porridge. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. This is gonna be a bloody stock porridge. Today I need to go. Need to be somewhere later on. I'm also making dinner in there so that we can have dinner before we go. So I'm just gonna brew, get it into the fermenter and get out of here and clean it later on. This thing might mean if it takes a really long time we may have to cut down the boil to 30 minutes or something, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Still waiting, still waiting. It's draining now, although I saw the big spoon sitting over there. They kind of made a little channel, so kind of now hoping that I can somehow cover the channel so that when I do the sporge it'll actually go through the grain and not down the channel. You know what? There's no time. I don't have time for this. There's no time. Okay, let's go. Let's get sporging. There's what it looks like. Fantastic. Nice bit of carbonation in there. That big massive head has died off a bit. Nice and clear as well. Beautiful red kind of colour. Fantastic. That's what a double should look like right there. So that's a very good start. Happy about that. First thing you're getting on the nose is that yeast. Sweet malt. A lot of sweet malt. There's like caramel or something in there as well. Underneath the sweet malt. Maybe it's part of the sweet malt. Maybe it is the sweet malt. Who knows? Maybe a tiny little bit of kind of bread, or maybe it's just in my head, you know. I'm not really getting any crazy raisin notes or figgy. Maybe figgy notes maybe would be more appropriate. A little bit, but not much, which is not a terrible thing. I'll say this is not necessarily a BJCP approved double, but it is something that I want to drink. Maybe we should look at the BJCP. I'll take a drink, I'll tell you what I think, and then we'll have a look at the BJCP afterwards. What about that? Okay, we're coming to the end of the boil. Time to throw the candy sugar in. I don't know if you can see the steam in here, look. It's like one of them days where the wind's just not blowing the right direction and it's coming in rather than going out, as it normally does. And I opened the door there, a little crack, which usually means I can get a little bit of air circulation. But I think it's just making it's going in reverse. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So, this is the candy sugar I've got. Dark candy sugar. Looks pretty nice. It looks like frozen cola cubes or something like that, you know? What does it actually taste like? It tastes like sugar, probably. Hard, crunchy, tastes like sugar. Okay, so normally, if I was doing this, I would be like putting it in a bowl, putting a bit of water in and dissolving it down. I'm not going to do that because I don't have time. As we've already established, I don't have time. I don't even have time to explain what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. So my idea for doing this, it's revolutionary. It's to use a sieve, a really old and shitty sieve that I've got knocking about. I think that sieve, it belonged to my parents, and I think it's older than me, I believe. So yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to tip it in. Obviously I could use a hop spider, but trying to clean a hop spider is a nightmare. That is easy. Stick it in the dishwasher. So will it dissolve when I put that in? Let's find out. If you can see me through all the mist. This is 400 grams too as well. Let's toss that to the side. Okay, it's in. Just mixing with the hops. Like panning for gold. Yeah, it's definitely dissolving. I mean, it's not exactly ideal having to stand here like this, but hops better would be ideal, but you know what? There's no time. I don't have time to clean it. Forget it. Oh, it's nearly gone. All the hop crap's in there as well though. So this is the new revolutionary thing to use. Might sell this to Kegland, see if they're interested. Knock it out for 20 bucks a piece. Put my face, my logo on it. Add on an extra 10 bucks to it. I mean, bucks. I know about bucks. Australian bucks. No, nothing. There we go. That's it. Stop the clock. How long was that? Brilliant. Can you see me? Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Over here. Cheers. What did they say? How did they say it in Belgian? Salut? Who knows? First thing you get is the bubbles on your tongue. As soon as you take it in. That is something that I don't get with kegging beers. I only ever get it with bottle conditioned beers. And I don't know necessarily why, what the science is behind it, but that's quite pleasant experience. It just took me back there to when I used to bottle condition all the time. So it's not crazy carbonation on it. Medium carbonation, let's say. Very nice taste on that. So far so good as far as the taste goes. It's quite a sweet. There's a sweet flavour, but there's something in there that's kind of making me think it's slightly dry. Not very dry, but slightly dry. Which is, you know, I don't know. There is a bit of the yeast character in there. It is very much dialed down, which is exactly what I wanted. And the flavour I'm getting is like apple. I'm not sure if that's... I'm not sure where that's coming from. I mean, it's quite nice. I don't know if it's necessarily in style. I don't think it would be anything to do with the bottle conditioning. It's definitely not a green beer because it's nearly 4 months old as well too. In there as well is a little touch of the bread. There's a nice, I don't know if it's a caramel taste, but there's a nice kind of malt flavour in there. I mean, that could possibly be the Red X, I suppose, in there. Mouthfeel's medium to full. 6.8% it is. Woo. Just want to see the candy sugar in there. So whenever this was young, so at Christmas time, I was drinking away at it at Christmas, and it had this fantastic taste of that candy sugar in there. At the minute, it's a lot more of a rounded beer than it was at Christmas, but really loved that flavour from the candy sugar. I'm a little bit disappointed that that's gone. Again, there's not much of the raisin. There's a little bit of something in there. But it's exactly the way I wanted it to be. But I'm now thinking maybe I could do with a little bit more of a boost of the malt. So I've got more Special B. I'm going to brew this again and see if we can get it a little bit better. There's a bit of that Special B malt left. I also have a lot of amber malt, which I think is like Special B. Is it like an English version of Special B? I don't know. But it's kind of, in my head, that's something similar. So I mean, I think amber malt in a beer like that will be very good. So I might try a bit of a combination of the two malts. I'm literally going out the door right now. I'll do a quick wrap up. Everything's sorted. That's in there full of water. I'm gonna wash it when I get back. We finished at 1065, which is a point up on the recipe. We've got our wort in here in the hop cat. I can nearly say it. Because it's getting its annual outing, because it only holds like 18 litres, something like that, to the top. So it's no good unless I'm doing small batches. So it's in there now. This is the yeast we're going to be using, if you can see that. Flush Nun Abbey Ale yeast. Fermentation 18 to 28. So I'm going to keep it on the lower side because I don't want too much of the kind of Belgian character. I know it's a double and all. Yes, I know, but come on. I've winged it with the malts, so I may as well wing it with the yeast as well. So we'll keep it on the lower side and see how it comes out. Because you know what, we can do it again and we can build on this recipe if it turns out halfway decent. If I can get a drinkable beer out of it, that's basically what I'm aiming for. Okay, let's see the BJCP and see what it says. Okay, here we go. Aroma. This is 18B for all you BJCP fans out there. Complex, rich, malty sweetness. Malt may have hints of chocolate. No, it doesn't. Caramel, yes. And or toast, yes, a little bit. But never roasted or burnt aromas. The very first double I did was burnt. I had one of those fermenters, or not the fermenter, but the boiler. You know, the Pico boilers, where the heating element is not concealed, and it was just all the crap had got around it and burnt it. I don't know if it was like the sugar, the candy sugar, whatever. I don't know, but it was just this horrible burnt taste. And there's me thinking, this is years ago now, and there's me thinking like, maybe with a bit of age it'll get better. No, it was horrific. It was horrific. Months and months later. Moderately fruity esters, including raisins and plums. Esters sometimes including banana or apple. Apple? Okay. Well, that's the aroma, but I'm not really getting apple on the aroma, maybe the taste. Spicy phenols, higher alcohols, yeah. Okay, that's solventy. It's definitely not solventy. Appearance, dark amber to copper in colour. Boom. An attractive reddish depth of colour. Yes, it is very attractive. I concur. Generally clear, yep. Large, dense and long lasting creamy off-white head. It was definitely dense at the start, not necessarily now, but it is hanging about. I mean, I'm sure we get some sexy lacing on the go if we really wanted. Let's give it a swirl. Oh, Ambassador, you do spoil us. Okay, flavour, this is the big one now. Similar qualities as aroma. Rich, complex, medium to medium full malty sweetness on the palate. Let me read that again. Rich, complex, medium to medium full malty sweetness on the palate. Words. Okay. Let's just keep going. Does make sense. Oh, hold on. I didn't read the next bit. Rich, complex, medium to medium full malty sweetness on the palate, yet finishes moderately dry. So I was saying it was sweet, but yet it was dry, and I was a little bit confused about it. That is, I'm taking that to mean that that's what I got. Complex malt, ester, alcohol and phenol interplay. Raisiny flavours are common. There's something in there, but it's kind of dialed down, obviously with the malts. Dried fruit flavours. Dried fruit flavours are welcome. Clove-like spiciness is optional. It's absolutely not optional. It's not going to happen. Balances toward the malt, yes. Medium-low bitterness, that doesn't persist, yes. Medium full body, yes, we've got that. Medium high carbonation, yes, probably a medium. Which can influence the perception of body. Medium high carbonation, which can influence the perception of body. What does that mean? Does that mean you think it's gonna be bigger body or smaller body because it's more carbonated? It's not very clear that. Low alcohol, more alcohol. It's hitting me now. Low alcohol warmth, smooth, never hot or salty. Yes. Okay. Is there anything else in there worth saying? Most commercial examples are in the 6.5 to 7% ABV range, which is, we banged it on at 6.8. So, I mean, that's fairly spot on. Now, obviously, when I'm putting the recipe together, I'm doing it in Brewfather, and the way you can pick the style, and then you got your sliders. So that's what we were going with, plus whatever, memory of the other beers that I tried to do properly, which turned out disastrously wrong. The alcohol's hit me here, big time. So yeah, that's a good beer. I like that. Version 2, I guarantee version 2 will be better. This is what we do, isn't it? So it's, you do version 1 of a recipe, and then you tweak the recipe, tweak it, and maybe 4, 5, 6 versions of it, and then at the end of the 6th one, you have a perfect beer. That is the kind of thing that I am working towards. So yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. See you later. We're using the old hop cap. Hop cap. Still haven't got it right. Hop cat. We're using the hop cat.